Diwali season is in full swing, which means it is time for some Diwali glam. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. Hi everyone, I'm Nina Davalori. I'm a former Miss America filmmaker activist. I love sharing all my big sis advice. Today is a in-depth beauty video while I'm gonna chit chat. It is Diwali ball tonight. We just got back from wedding venue hunting. So many things to update you on, so let's get into it. Okay, so I have already prepped my skin and I am on a time crunch per usual. And I thought I would do like a little chit chat and almost do like a little bridal makeup today because I am kind of like toying around with the fact of like doing my own makeup for the wedding. And honestly, I know I'm really good at my makeup. I feel like more and more brides are doing this. Like one of my best friends, Desi, she got married in, oh, also I got my hair done. And she got married in June. I like posted all about it, but she did her own makeup and it looked beautiful. Like we just know our faces, we know what we like. So I'm like, should I do that? Should I not? Like, of course I love the idea of having a makeup artist, but this is like, I don't know, destinations, you never know, like that would be great, like to not have to worry about it. But at the same time, like we're gonna be prepared. Like, you know, I learned from Makeup by Mario. Any makeup artist I work with is going to have their work cut out for them. And I've worked with amazing ones, not just Mario. So it is possible, I do know that. I'm doing another layer because I want this to be more full coverage and last all night. My dress is white. I know, I'm like shamelessly doing a bridal thing. Like, that's what anyone talks to me about anyway, is like wedding planning. They're like, how's your wedding planning? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a venue. I don't have a date. Like, who knows when this is gonna happen? Like, I don't know, the universe knows. It's all in the universe timing, God's timing. Comment below if you have done your own bridal makeup or know people who have, and give me some like tricks and pointers that you may have learned throughout it. I love this foundation. It really has become my go-to. I've also been loving the Patrick Ta foundation. Like, OMG, that is a beautiful foundation. Like, I can seriously wear it every day and like, it looks like skin. Like, truly, truly looks like skin. Like, no doubt about it. The only reason why I'm not wearing it today is because I've never done like a full beat with it, and I figured today is not the day to try because I'm wearing a sari dress that was my mom's that I made into a dress. It was my mom's sari that I made into a dress. And we're doing a little photo shoot, and so I don't want to like experiment on a day where, you know, I'm going to be documenting things. So I figured let's not do that today. Literally, so many people have been like, your skin looks amazing. And I'm like, thank you. And of course, I'm that girl who's also like, not gonna like gatekeep or pretend I'm not wearing anything. I'm like, it's the new Patrick Ta foundation and it looks amazing and it is the perfect match. So I have to show that on here at some point. Today was also the day that God blessed me with this lovely like sty on my eye. And like, honestly, I feel like sadly, I've been getting them a little more lately. I don't know why. Also, PSA, whenever I was using the Garnier Micellar Water, I thought that actually was what irritated my eyelids, and it really did. Like, I would use it and then the next day I would get like a sty. And so when I literally stopped using it, then it kind of went away. But now it is back and I have not been using it, and I don't know what it's from or why it's being caused. It's just gonna be here and we're gonna coexist with it. Obviously not ideal for a day like today. The Diwali ball is, I don't even know how to explain it. It started as like a Diwali party basically in New York City, and it has just continued to grow and expand, and every year it's like become bigger and bigger, and it's like turned into a full-on red carpet like fashion event is like kind of what it's like now become, which is always fun. First year I did like a gold crown that I loved. It was so pretty. Like a gold flower crown and a gold langa, and it was like flowery. What did I do last year? Last year I did a like another big like peacock theme sort of sari dress, and it was like such a huge hit. It was so different than like anything else. I don't like a ton of beads or like sparkles, which is very counterintuitive for a pageant girl. Like many people would probably think I'm obsessed with like, give me as many sparkles as possible. No, I am not that girl, and I do not want that. Like I just love classic, very clean lines is my kind of style. And Deepa Gurnani and Jay, shout out, they gave me like a beautiful like headpiece that had birds on it, and it was like a beautiful theme, and it turned out to be like such a vibe and such a look. I just love doing things that are different. I love pushing the envelope. I'm like, all right, if this is gonna be like a fashion event, like bring on the fashion, let's like do it. So today I thought like, I kind of had like big looks, I would say the past 2 years. And this year I'm like, I just want like a really soft, like kind of almost like a bridal look. Like I'm entering my bridal era. Like this is how I want to express myself. Okay, that's not bad. Like the dye is like slowly kind of getting covered. Like I'm just trying to like tap. I feel like this is the most important part, so I want to do it justice and spend time on it. I'm gonna take this stick and go over already the lines that this has created. I'm not gonna lie, friends, like I never thought I would be that girl who's like so excited about her wedding, or who like, you know, is just like giddy over it. And I am giddy over it. Like I really am. You know, like at this point in my life, I've like seen so many weddings, and when we actually started looking at venues, that's when it like kind of got real. I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. It's a really fun time. Like everyone has been saying like, don't rush this process, like enjoy it. And I like genuinely know why. Sometimes my nose contour turns out crooked and it really pisses me off. There we go. That looks way better. I need to set this with powder while it is doing the thing that I want it to do. I'm going to go ahead and set my eyes first because that's gonna be important. Let's bronze her up a little. Okay, so for my eyes, I wanted to do like a rose gold sort of look that was like really natural. So I have this Huda Beauty rose gold palette. This is like the main thing I use for almost everything because it has like black, brown, grays, like all the pinks and golds, which are just beautiful for our skin tone. I also have a little Mario palette that I really love. This is like a pretty purple shade. And then I have these Lancome eyeshadow tints, which these are intriguing to me because this is like, there's two matte colors, and this is in shade number 6. I think it's Sienna. I'm kind of gonna like maybe see what this looks like as a base. Ooh, it's really pigmented. Spread that around with my finger, and I feel like this is gonna serve as like my primer. Yeah, I like that. And I'm hopeful like that this is also like going to kind of prevent everything from creasing as well, because I'm laying it down first, and it's kind of like that. It feels like a primer almost material. Like if you use the MAC paint pots, I feel like that's what this looks like. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this pink diamond shade here and use my finger first and pop that in and see what happens a little. Okay, I like this. This is pretty. Oh, this is actually really pretty. I forgot what this looked like. That's pretty. But I wanna add like a little dimension to it, almost like a little smokiness, but not a lot. Thinking like a little more bridal-ish. This is turning into like a serious makeup tutorial. I'm going to take a little of this, of the dark brown color, and I'm just gonna like create an outline of where I want things. And this is just gonna give me something to work with. Once I pop it in right here, it kind of creates that little shadow of like more definition. You don't necessarily want to see like a dark color, but like you just see a separation from the shadow, which is what I want. I'm gonna mix these two colors, this pink and gray, and maybe a little bit of the red. We're gonna see how this goes and try and like maybe smoke it out a little. This is so pretty. I like where this is going. I like where she's taking me. Just feels like the right path. Once I have that, I'm just gonna take this shade. It's actually called Demure. That's really funny. And it's a really pretty peach almost. Softens everything. And this is how you get this, that like kind of diffused blend. That's so pretty. I'm gonna take that same black under my eyes as well. Pray for my sty to disappear in this process. Biggest thing is we're gonna pop some liner. I'm gonna do this the way that Makeup by Mario taught me. We are going to tight line, and this is gonna make such a big difference. Covered up my sty situation, so that's good. Okay, this might turn into like a little smoky bridal. Not what I thought, but I am not mad about it. We're gonna do one coat of mascara, and then it's gonna be time for lashes. I love the Patrick Ta blush, and he actually does powder first and then cream. I think this is She's the Moment, yeah. This is like a really pretty watermelon. Powder first, and then he does the blush. Let's do exactly that. That's like really pink. But blush is the first thing to fade, so I'm okay with it. This is a pretty wedding color for sure. Like, look how nice that looks. I have the Ardell Wispies. These are oldies but goodies. Like, I feel like so many people use them. And I think I just want like a little bit on the end for a little fullness. I'm gonna cut it and see how I like it. I don't like it. Nope, not what I wanted. I have these Lily lashes that I've also had forever. Super, super glam. It just like takes up my whole face. Like, that's just way too much. Like, no one's doing that. This is like stage lashes. Like, I don't even think I wore this heavy lashes when I competed. I mean, I have these good old Ardell Demi Wispies. Maybe it's just the Demi ones that are gonna be for the win. Honestly, probably. Baby lash it is while I'm doing this. Let me tell you about Lisbon. We get there, and this specific venue, I'm gonna share it because we're definitely not getting married there. It's called Penalonga. And I want to preface this by saying it is a beautiful venue. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's so pristine, but I did not realize they are like an Indian wedding machine. It just feels like it's been done over and over and over and over. Like, literally, I do not want to be the millionth and one wedding that they have there, Indian wedding specifically that they have there, because we've just seen it so many times, and like, that's not exciting for me. But again, it's beautiful, like it really is, which is why I wanted to go see it. Like, the venue is stunning, but it just wasn't the place. If it's just not the place, it's just not the place. There are a million venues, you know, we don't have to like rush into something that we're not happy with, you know, especially if like the one thing I wanted was like kind of something different, like off the beaten path, and this is completely on the path. It is on the full-on path, like rest stop is what it felt like. If you are going for a vacation and want a hotel recommendation, I would 100% recommend it. It's great. Okay, I need to focus. I think this is as good as my lashes are gonna look. I popped on like the little Demi Wispies, and it's cute. I also put mascara on over it. That's a little trick as well to make them blend nicer together. I realize it's gonna be hard for me to not look pageanty because I'm just a pageant girl, especially when I do my makeup. Like, there's just things that I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I want that from like pageant world days. Also, I'm pretty sure this HourGlass palette is on sale right now, and if it is, all of you need to run and get it. Like, I don't think it's on like sale, but like they're selling like this palette again, and like this is the single like one thing I use the most every day in my makeup is this palette. And they do like a light, medium, and dark as well. If I see it, I'll link it in this because you can build like your own palette. I got the deep palette when I bought this, I think it was 2 years ago, but they do bring it out like every year. It's like their holiday palette, or they have in the past couple years. And honestly, every time they do, I tell everyone, I'm like, just go and get it because it will be your best investment. I think this year you can like customize some of the shades as well. So I'm just gonna take the highlighter from here and put this into my inner corners. It gives you that touch that you want without being too heavy. I just love everything about this palette. So if you are looking for something new, or if you're even looking for like a Christmas gift, I gave this to Ryan's sister for Christmas when I bought my palette. I was like, oh, I think she's a makeup person. If there's someone who's in your family who enjoys makeup and you know does, this is gonna be their best friend, because I feel like this is also kind of like beginner friendly. Like you literally use this as a contour, you have your highlighters and you have your blushes. Like it's pretty straightforward of like what you can do, and you can mix and match. I use them as like eyeshadows. Not sponsored. I just really, really, really love this palette because I use it every day and it is the best thing to travel with. And I've shown it on here so many times. So last thing are some lippies. This is in Bare. Just to give a little more definition. I'm doing like tiny bit overlining, but not a ton. This is my favorite L'Oreal lip gloss. This is in the shade 815, Barely Nude. I actually wore this when I competed at Miss America, and it looks so pretty on brown skin. I'm so happy, like my Miss America lip gloss is like one that like gonna consistently hopefully live on. I mean, it's been 10 years now since I used it, and this shade is still here and it's still giving and it's still beautiful. I'm hopeful that she is here to stay because it really is the perfect nude, especially for brown skin. Like, I mean, it speaks for itself, so I don't have to say any more talking. It just looks so lovely. The liner with it also, of course, makes a big difference, and I use the Mented in Bare. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit of the edges here. I've said this many a times, this is what like takes your makeup from like, oh, that looks nice, to like, ooh, that looks professional. It's these little subtle differences and little efforts that you put in. All right, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Finish in number 3. I know I'm gonna be sweating, so if we are gonna test out some does this last all day makeup, whew, that actually really gives a beautiful finish. I totally get it now. On a full beat, it really looks beautiful. I think she is ready. We are going to set it and forget it. I've used this so many times and I love it. Just take the hair down. Whew. I mean, okay friends, this is the final look. I love how this turned out. I can't wait to show you the outfit, the video. It is gonna be off to the ball from here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, let me know what you want to see in the comments next. If there are any makeup looks you would like to see next, let me know what those are. I'm happy to like kind of play around with it. For first like kind of bridal test run, like I'm not mad about this. Like she's cute, right? Like I really like it. And the look is just gonna pull it all together. So yeah, okay. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.